Hello, my creative friends. How we doing? It has been a while since I've been on YouTube publicly, so I figured I would show my face and reintroduce myself for those of you who are new here. For the last year and a half, I've been doing Patreon videos, and I've recently stopped my Patreon. It just grew to such an amazing spot, but I couldn't keep up anymore because I was doing Happy Meal with it, and it just was taking a toll on my mental and physical health, even though I just absolutely loved it. So I made the decision to just come back publicly to YouTube and do some crafting along videos, junk journaling, whatever, and see where it goes. So just try and keep these videos to about 20-25 minutes, under a half an hour maybe, and show you when I get Happy Meal, talk about my day, and hang out basically. So thanks for being here. Click the subscribe if you're interested in seeing more, and let's get started. All right, well, first things first, I have two Happy Meals to share with you. One was from Terry Young, and Terry and I had a conversation about this brand of sparkling water. If you don't know, this brand has on the tabs a little message, and I just think that's so stinking cute. And so I started buying those specifically because they have that message, and I want to use them as little dangles on my journals. Well, Terry messaged me and said she had a whole bunch if I wanted some, and I said, oh, that's okay, don't worry about it. Well, she was sweet enough to send me this anyway. So first of all, is this adorable box, and then inside this box is this adorable box. Look at this little wooden cigar box. Isn't that stinking cute? And then little tiny spoons and some bling-a-bling. Love those. Should try those on. I think pretty sure my piercings have closed up because I never wear earrings anymore. And then this gorgeous piece of linen, vintage linen. This sweet little brooch. And in here, the piece de resistance. Did I say that right? Look at all of these. Oh my goodness, Terry. I chuckled. I'm like, oh, this is enough for a lifetime. Look at these. Aren't they cute? I just love how bright and happy they are. Hiya. Yeah. So, hi you. I will definitely have fun playing with these. Thank you so much, Terry. You're such a sweetheart. Alrighty. And a couple treasure boxes to play with too. Who doesn't love that? And then I got this sweet unexpected Happy Meal. This was the card from Jody Bailey, who was one of my patrons, and it came in this sweet little envelope. Take what you need. And look at these cute cards. Take a bow, take a hand, take a rest. But wait, that's not all. Take a walk, take a beat, take a breath. I just thought that was so clever and so beautiful, and I absolutely love them. So I'm going to keep those very close to my art desk. Thank you so much, Jody. And also a huge shout out to my friend Nomi, who bought not one, not two, but 3 cups of coffee for Grant and I. That was much appreciated, and I was uncertain of using the Buy Me a Coffee program, whatever, but my Patreon people had asked for a way that they could still support our journey, and so I signed up for it. So, okay. I have been working on, let me show you, the past few months I've been working on these journals that were the gold tier Patreon journals. Every month they came out in a different color. And I will get back to that, but for now I want to go back to working in this because it's been so long. And in fact, the first page in this book was when I started my Patreon journey in February of 2023. This was the first mailing. This is a picture of the first mailing, and on the back here it said 21 mailed. Now we went up to 118ish, I think, was our final mailing. So, and we expanded from one tier into 5 different tiers. So it really grew. But this journal deserves to be finished. It's already a little bit chunky, so it's probably going to be kind of gator mouth, but still I wanted to work in it again and finish it off, and then I will go back to working in this size of journal because I'm going to keep making these each month and releasing them. So if you're interested, they will be in my Etsy shop. We have a purple journal dropping sometime this weekend, so, and then next month's I believe is orange. These are 30-day journals is what I call them, because there's 32 workable surfaces inside of here. So you can do a page a day for a month if that floats your boat. And that's what I did here, and you can see how chunky it got. But they're a lot of fun, and I really like the size. But like I said, this guy needs to be finished, so I'm just gonna do a page in here real quick today, and maybe add a little bit of footage onto the end of this video that shows our excursion yesterday to thrift stores. So let's get started. I feel out of practice because it's been a while since I did a video. It's definitely been a while since I did a public video. This little belly band was made by my friend Amy. She's Birdie, the Recycled Hippie Chick, on YouTube and Instagram. Check her out if you have not. She's a fabulous human being. So I wanted to add this in here because I love it. I love that she made it, and I want to put it in my journal, so I'm going to do that. I need glue. Where's my glue? Here it is. Okay. To reacclimate myself with my art desk. Do you guys ever do that? Oh, that's right. This is a bingo card. I kind of wanted to make it a flip out so you could see that. Let's do that. Let's make this a flip out. Let's not glue it. Let's see. I am going to use, this is my homemade vintage tape that I make with alcohol inks. There's a tutorial somewhere on here, I think. Maybe not. Maybe that was only on Patreon. Well, I could do it again, but if you just Google aging tape or vintage tape DIY, you come up with a tutorial. It's not hard at all. And I love the effect that it has. Love it. Let's make sure I get this somewhat in the same position. Yeah, I like that. Perfect. Now we can still see the bingo card. It's not actually a bingo card, is it? It's a, what do they call those? Keno, maybe? At any rate, fun stuff. All right. And then at some point, I probably will just take this little piece of plat map that she had stuck in here, and I'm gonna write a little blip about the end of Patreon because I think it should be commemorated. Okay, now I want to do something on here because we have this surface left on here. So very often I start out with gesso on a page. So let me do that. Lost the cover for my gesso. I'm trying to retrieve it. Here we go. There we go. That looks about right. Take this paintbrush that just lives in the water over here. Smush it around. So yeah, yesterday we went, my husband and I went to see if we could check out some new thrift stores. I've been pretty disappointed with thrift stores in general lately. I just feel like everything is super overpriced and I'm not finding a lot. And I'm in the middle of Iowa. It's not like I'm in a big city or something. And I travel, I mean, yesterday we drove an hour and a half to go to 2 different thrift stores, and neither one of them was great. The first one we bought a Scrabble game, and the second one, what did we buy? I think I bought 2 vintage books, which I paid too much for, but I was kind of like feeling like, ugh, we came all this way, I should buy something. 2 vintage books, and was that where I found the flashcards? It might have been. 1 box of flashcards. Yeah. That's not a very good haul for driving an hour and a half. But, I mean, we still had a nice, enjoyable day, but then on the way back, I decided to swing into another town and check out a thrift store I had been to before. And I'm gonna try a little burnt umber on here. I don't know how that's gonna look, but we're gonna try it. I found a couple of books at that store, not a lot. Maybe that's where I found the flashcards. Gosh, I can't remember, you guys. I'm sorry. At any rate, it was not a haul. It was not a haul day. I'll give you a little sneak peek at the end of this so you can see what we came away with. And then, so while we were there, I looked up for other thrift shops in the area, and I actually found one that was new to me in that vicinity. So we went there, and it was kind of nice. It was just independent. I don't know where he gets his stuff, where he sources it, but the owner's name was Pete, and the store name was Thrift Therapy. He said he had been there since April, and it was really cute. I ended up buying about probably 10 books and a bottle of coffee syrup, which is really random, but it was sealed and was a flavor we like. And something else I can't remember off the top of my head. So, and we just had a nice visit with him and the owner, and that was a win for the end of the day, so we came home after that. But it pretty much took all day. So yeah, I haven't been exactly like scoring on thrift adventures lately. I don't know how to use distress crayons, but I own them now, and so I keep playing with them, looking for new ways to use them. So I'm just gonna add a little brown in here and see how that goes. There's no rules, there's no rules. You'll hear me say that a lot. There's no rules. We're just playing. That is my goal, is to get back to playing. I think sometimes it's hard to unlearn things and just let yourself be free. Oh, I kind of like that. This page got a little wrinkly, didn't it? From the wet. Should we dry it? Let's see if my dryer is plugged in here. Sorry for the noise in advance. My dryer is kind of coming to a slow, painful end. I can tell it's getting worse, but it's hanging in there, so I feel like we need a vintage photo and some words, maybe some collage bits, maybe not. It's kind of my jam, vintage photos and words. I love them, I love them. I've been cutting out words from large print Reader's Digests. Those little packets are gonna go in my cigar box ephemera kits. So I'm excited about that. Let's see, here's some words hanging up next to my desk. Let's find something in there we want to play with. These are Dina Wakley ledger paper something or other. I received this from one of my patrons. I think it was Tova. I'm sorry if it wasn't. I forget who I get stuff from because you guys are awesome. I think this is good. I'm gonna cut this out. You owe yourself the love that you so freely give to other people. Isn't that true? Yeah. I saw somebody the other day had a journal page that said, "Of course I give myself whatever I want. I love her." And I thought that was just awesome. I'm trying to do better about that. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep these videos short. I'm so used to doing hour-long videos that I'm already at 17 minutes and I don't have the, like I talked about putting stuff at the end. Yeah. Okay, just want a little something behind her, but I want a little more contrast than that. That would be good. That would work. Love me some layers. Digging in my little drawer that's next to me that's got papers in it. Is this something I want to use? Maybe. Maybe if I took this off. That's kind of fun. And maybe a little bit of some kind of fabric or lace or something. Let's see. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. for sure. Okay, let's just slap some glue on here. See what it says first. Taken May 24th, 1942, Sunday afternoon, backyard. Oh, you guys, my love for vintage photos knows no bounds. I love them all. Even the ones that, like, they're so blurry you can't even tell what they are, I use them. But I'll tell you what, I have so many of those and I don't do nearly enough to use them all, that when my bin of those gets full, I make what I call low quality play packs and I put them on Etsy. And I will confess to you that my bin is almost full right now. So those will probably come into the shop quite soon. They go fast though. So I just drop them in lots and then when they're gone, but then I just start over again collecting them and they build up fairly fast. I buy a lot of vintage photos and use them, so. All right. I don't know that I want this on here. That was not part of the plan. I get this glued down a little bit better. I'm trying to go a little fast because I told you I was going to keep this short. You're like, yeah, I don't know about watching this lady. She does not stick to her word. But I know you can shut it off at any time, so it's no worries. It's no worries. All right. You owe yourself the love. Where do I want to put this? See how this looks. Good, good. I feel like we need some more lace up there. So let's grab another scrap here. This was from a shirt my daughter had when she was like, oh, I don't know, 15. She's 19 now. This was the sleeves, they were see-through. So when she was done with it, of course, I snagged it. Sure, I'll use it somewhere, somehow. And here I am, 4 years later, still using it. Isn't that crazy? Uh-oh. That's glued down pretty good, and it's a little bit fragile. But I really want this tucked under there. There we go. There we go. Great. Perfect. Yep, I like that. Okay. I want to put this, I want to break this up into even parts, even-ish parts. I grab some ink here for the edges. This is what? Ground espresso. I am not particular about my ink colors. You will notice that. I will often even mix my pads. I'll just use the same pad for a different color. I don't care. I'm not a purist in that way. I just want a little color on the edges of my words. And I'm good with that. I want to trim this a little bit on the top. And when I'm I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go gather up my links so that I can put them in the description, because I'm really bad about that. But I have a link tree, so I think I can just use that and put all the links right in my link tree. So if you want to check out my Etsy shop, or the cup of coffee thing, or Instagram, any of that should be accessible from the link tree. Grant is actually working on a website for us, so I'm excited about that. I just wanted, I don't know that we'll do like products on that page, but maybe eventually. Right now, I just use Etsy because I'm so used to it. I've been doing it for like 13, 14 years. And so I know how it runs, but technology and I are not really best buddies. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love how it connects me to people. I hate actually using it. So, you know, we try to find a peaceful middle ground and go from there. All right. So, that's it. I'm gonna actually, when I'm done with this, I'm going to set my big dictionary on top of it to flatten it. I just leave it sit for a day and then it's nice and flat. And that really helps keep my journal from bulking out too much. But I kind of made it so that the words show, but I don't mind that. I think that's okay. And I'm gonna do a little bit of inking here. And then, like I said, I'll go back and add some writing to this. And that's it. So thanks for hanging out with me. Like I said, I'll try and add some footage at the end here, and I'll talk to you later. Catch you next time. Pretty much every trip of ours starts with the drive through the Iowa cornfields, and we got to our town. It was already lunchtime, so we went to a Chinese restaurant. We hit, I think, 4 thrift stores. This was just one of them, and this was our big haul. Handful of books, 1 vintage dictionary, some flashcards, a cigar box, and a Scrabble game. The end.